This is going to be part one of preparing Promise for the farrier. I've never believed that it was the farrier's job to prepare the horse's feet for farrier work. If you hire a farrier and pay him extra to get your horse's feet right, that's legit. But if you just have your farrier come out to work with a horse that's never had its feet picked up, that's not fair to the farrier, because their job is to provide hoof care, not train your horse. And once again, if you hire a farrier to train your horse, that's a totally different deal. But most of us just take that for granted. And if a farrier gets hurt working with your horse that you can't mess with their feet, he's out of business. He can't feed his family. So there's all kinds of ways to prepare a horse's foot to be picked up and cleaned. This is how I do it. And once again, my information is for people that want to try and do it themselves. And this is really, really doable. We're using Promise. She has 2 milestones left. Let me pick up her feet and file on them and get in and out of my horse trailer. She's making great progress. Is she gentle enough for Grandma? No. That'll take a little while. That'll take a long, long time. But she has 2 major elements left. One of them's the feet, and the other one is the horse trailer. Well, we're going to work on the feet today. We'll see how it goes. So, before you ever try to pick these feet up, I mean, if you've been brushing this horse with your stick along the legs, like that, and she'll stand still. If you can do this and have them stand still. And you can see she's still just a little touchy about it. I'm not using a flag, I'm using this stick and string because we're going to use a rope to pick her feet up. So you want to get this good and proper. And just rub her, she'll find a place to stop. Your hands are going to be everywhere there. And this is going to be a 4-part series. Promise gets mentally and emotionally used up pretty fast. We're stretching it out and it's a lot better than it was. Trust me. This is going to be a nice little horse. It's just going to take somebody that really, truly wants to commit to the project for the long term. Here's my rope. All it is a piece of cheap rope with a metal ring tied in the end. If you've seen my groundwork stuff, this is the same rope I use to teach them to lead by their feet. A thing about ropes, Ropes can hurt them. Ropes can hurt you. Be really careful and take your time. It's all about getting better, not finished. I never wear gloves when I work with a rope because I was taught if you wear gloves, you'll pull too hard. And I don't want to pull too hard and burn this horse's feet. There's all kinds of ways to do that, and I don't want any of them. I'm going to take this rope, and you can already, well, you can't really see, but you will pretty quick. This rope can get tangled around your feet because we're going to leave this rope on. This is our emergency brake. All you got to do if things get out of control is to let go of this rope and do your groundwork with this rope. You're fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pet her with this rope. And I'm going to make this loop bigger. And just backed her into it. I just let her back up into it. You want this to be down at the bottom of her leg. All I want her to do is pick her foot up. She picks it up, I let go of it. There. Now we've taught her to lead by her feet. You could review that on my groundwork video if you wanted about leading by the feet. And all I'm doing is picking this foot up. When she picks it up, I'm letting go. There. And every time she picks it up, I just close my fingers and we get another little bit of time to hold it up. Just a little. Pick it up, set it down, pet her. Pick it up, set it down, pet her. Over and over again until she relaxes. And it's not about holding the foot up. It's about, we're just teaching her to pick her foot up. She's licking and chewing. She's trying to be good. She's doing the best she can. Pick up, there. Pick up, there. I don't want her to learn to back away from me, to get away from things. So if she consistently walks backwards, we'll just lead her back up here with her feet. There. There. Now I'm going to start petting her. See how she backed up? I'm going to bring her back with this foot rope. There. Good. Hold. Good. But I don't want her backing up and getting away from me. I'm going to pet her. There. Bring her back up. Got a little pressure there and I'm patting her shoulder. We'll turn her around so you can see everything I'm doing with this foot. There. Now you see how I let those ropes go between my legs? I'm real careful about that. Because not every horse you do this to is going to be little like this. And you can get drugged to death if you get tangled up in these. There. 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 Good girl. So you see, every time we pick this up, she holds it up just a little longer. I don't want her backing up. I'm going to hold her here. There. I'm going to try to use my hands as much as I can. She backed up, I'll bring her back up. I'm going to try to use my hands as much as I can. Don't worry about that too much. I'm going to lead her back up here. Now what I got here is an old rusty file. Just something to rub on her feet. She's breathing good. She's relaxed. She's concerned. She backs up. We pull her back up, but she doesn't get in trouble. Try to use my hand as much as I can. Backing up again. There. There. Better. Use my hand. Grab the hoof capsule. Here's my old rusty file. She didn't like the noise. That's okay. The reason I use this old rusty file is because there's times when it would be handier just laying on the ground. There. Hold the hoof capsule, not the hair. And she only has X amount of time. But every time we pick the foot up, it gets a little longer. She's backing up real consistently now, so we'll take a little break here. I want her to stand up here next to me. There. See how she's backing up? She's doing that to get out of the situation. by the time we get all 4 feet done, you will see multiple situations. But that was introducing her to the rasp, and that's all it has to be. If every day that's a little better, pretty quick your farrier's right there, and your horse is letting you pick up its feet and clean them. This old rusty file makes a little noise. She learned to pick up her foot and hold it up. She learned a little more patience. She learned that backing up is not an avoidance tool. And with Promise, I'm not babying her. It may seem like I am, but I'm not. Horses that have anxiety issues, the only way you're going to get an anxiety issue fixed is to just chip away at it, prove to them that their response is incorrect without violence. That's why working with horses with anxiety problems, not very many people take them on because they're time consuming. Because if she's afraid and she does something and I firm up on her, I've just proven to her that she needs to be afraid. I'm trying to prove to her that she doesn't need to be afraid. I'm trying to get her better every day. And by the time the anxiety issue, whatever that anxiety is, goes away, what you'll find is that horse trusts you tremendously. But we can't build trust by hitting them with a stick. We can't build trust by tying her up with a Scotch hobble. We can't build trust by putting a belly rope around her and tying her foot to it and letting her fight it out. That's not building trust, that's domination. And hey, this is how I do it. This is how I approach it. If it helps you, if you're getting value out of working with these situations that I get into out here, equine kindergarten is not for the guy that's training 50 horses a year and everything is perfect. And equine kindergarten is for people that have 1 or 2 horses and they just want to learn to coexist. Equine kindergarten is not about ego and winning the big prizes. It's about coexisting with your horse, getting your horse soft, quiet, and relaxed. It has value to small or first-time horse owners maybe. Anyway, if you're getting any value out of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Equine Kindergarten, or follow me on Facebook, Butch Mowdy. Neither one of those 2 things cost anything. Videos are free. But it sure means a lot to an old man. And I sure appreciate you taking the time and watching this. And this was just episode 1 of a 4-part series on how we get Promise. Oh, she just woke up. How we get Promise to where the farrier can give her some farrier care, because we need to get them front feet cleaned off, trimmed up. I don't think she's ever had a trim. Obviously, she's not the kind of material that farriers are standing in line to take on as a client. But anyway, thank you. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time with episode 2 on preparing Promise for the farrier. Bye.